guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. My name is Sarah, also known as Laugh Love Langella, and in today's video we are going to be doing a 1-year recap covering our first year of homeownership. It has been such an awesome journey and experience to be able to finally get into a space that we can call our own and change the things that we want to change and just play around with paint colors, projects, and so forth. And so it's been really fun since I have this YouTube channel to be able to both document these projects and look back on them. So I thought it would be fun to just kind of compile everything together, share the spaces that have had significant changes, what are some plans that we still have, what are some spaces that are a work in progress, and just kind of take in what this past year has been for us, which has been really awesome, and we're so grateful for it. So our home has some good bones to it. We knew that when we were taking a look at it before putting an offer in, and we knew that the home definitely needed some TLC. It's very builder grade, which is fine, but it's lacking in character and personality, and we knew that we're gonna need to do lots of different projects and put our spin on some spaces to make it more of our own style. So we're going to be starting off on our front porch. The front of our house is very, very rustic in nature. It's got lots of tones of browns, reds, oranges. So you can see in these before clips here just how everything is really brown, definitely needed some TLC. The front door needed a fresh coat of paint, and the beams desperately needed some attention. We knew that as soon as we moved into the house, that in order to maintain the structural integrity of these beams, they needed to be refinished, and that needed to happen within the first 6 months to a year to ensure that we weren't gonna run into problems in the future. So my husband and I took a day and literally from morning until evening sanded the entire front porch together, getting it all the way down to the fresh wood. And then over the next few weeks, I took a day at a time and did a couple coats of stain and a coat of the polyurethane. I still need to do one more coat of it, but it already looks significantly better. In order to further change up the style of it without doing anything crazy, we did paint the front door and the shutters Sherwin-Williams iron ore, and we also swapped out the front porch light for something more modern and classic in style so that it better fit the aesthetic of the house. And just doing these few things of painting the shutters and the door, refinishing the beams, and swapping out the front porch light cost us under $100, but made such a significant impact to the front porch space. Eventually, we would like to switch out the red and resurface the stone on the front, but again, those are way down the line projects. There's nothing technically wrong with them now, so they are here to stay for the moment, but we really love how this has transitioned the style of our home. So moving inside, we knew that we needed to repaint the entire house. And when I say the entire house, I mean all the walls, all the ceilings, all the trim, everything needed to be repainted in this house. And we were so fortunate that my mother-in-law was actually visiting us the week that we closed, and she is a go-getter, to put it very simply, and is just a beast, and was able to help me paint so much of this house, which was amazing. I'm forever grateful for that. It made it a lot easier on us. But we did need to repaint the entirety of our home, and we did pick Sherwin-Williams Snowbound. It is a beautiful creamy white color. It does not have any yellow undertones, which is what I was most concerned about. You can actually see it in the background here. It's just such a beautiful color, and it translates really nicely in our home. Our home is lacking in natural light, specifically downstairs, so I didn't want it to have any odd tones looking around, especially with differences in light bulbs and lighting and such, and I love the color. So even though we will be introducing different colors into different spaces in the future, it's a great base to start off with. And when you're moving into a new home, you really should consider just repainting it. It freshens up the spaces and gives you a good clean slate to start off with. So when it came to the entryway, it's a very small space, and having 9-foot ceilings, that extra foot really drew the space up and made it feel like everything was made for a dollhouse. It was too small. So we knew we needed to add some sort of texture to the walls. So we went to Lowe's and grabbed some budget-friendly trim molding, and it was so DIY friendly. We actually have an entire video showing you guys the process of how we did it. So if you would like to recreate it yourself, I will have that video linked in the description. We absolutely love it, and we love it so much so that we would like to recreate something similar to this in our master bedroom. So that is a project that we have not yet started, but are planning to do, is adding some trim molding in the master. It's definitely going to add so much to the walls. Again, everything's very simple and very plain. I haven't added too much artwork just yet because I don't want everything getting very busy. I'm a maximal decorator when it comes to like my arrangements, coffee tables and such. So I do have a tendency to keep things a little bit more simple on the walls, which is fine. But we also have so many plans that I would like to see those things come to fruition first and then fill in the gaps from there. Moving into the living room, this is a space where changes have been made, but we still have some big plans for the space. Our fireplace, we are actually planning on fully ripping it out and redoing it. I know that might be surprising to some people, but there are certain things that just don't get picked up on camera. The stone surface is cracked in multiple sections of the fireplace. The mortar is just not evenly applied, and just overall, like, it just needs to go. So we are planning on redoing that entire thing, but we are additionally adding built-ins to both sides of the fireplace. And obviously this has not started yet. That is a massive undertaking to redo a fireplace and add that much to it. We have to move a lot of electrical outlets and such. So I'm hoping that that's something that we can do or begin before the end of the year. Fingers crossed, but as you all know, home takes time, so we're not rushing anything. We want it to be done right and well the first time. We don't want to have to do it twice. So we have big plans for the fireplace wall. But here is actually some before footage as well as the listing photo of the living room space. So you can really clearly see that darker beige color, and with the lack of natural sunlight, how it just wasn't doing the spaces any favors. So we did go in, again, painting everything the Snowbound, which really brightened up the whole space. Then for a cozy touch, we added some curtains from IKEA, some artwork, and just doing those couple things, it added so much to the space. And I can't wait to see in a year from now how the entire space has transformed even more. So moving into the dining and kitchen space, if you've been following me even for a minute or two, you will have seen in my home tours that we have an open concept first floor, which is really nice because there's no one feeling secluded. Everyone can still talk to each other while we're doing different tasks in different areas. It makes hosting very easy that everything is all together. But there haven't been too many changes happening in these spaces. Obviously, we put a fresh coat of paint with the Snowbound, and again, it really brightened up the space with the lack of natural lighting that we have. We did change the lighting in both spaces. So for the dining fixture, I found this affordable option over on Amazon. I will have that linked down below. And then in the kitchen, I also found a really affordable open box deal on Amazon as well, and got each of these pendant lights under $100. And just swapping out light fixtures even made such a significant impact in the spaces. We do have plans to renovate our kitchen one day. That is not happening anytime soon, but I have a mood board and everything ready for when we can do that. But again, home takes time. So we also are planning on getting a different dining set. This set we've had since we originally moved in together before we were married in our first home. And I want something that has a little bit more character. I love a more rustic, deep, medium wood toned table, and to just change things up a little bit. But again, waiting until I find the right thing that fits within the budget for that. So by far, the biggest project that we undertook this year was fully renovating our half bathroom downstairs. It was super builder grade and just lacked personality overall. It was so fun to be able to do this with my husband and just see what we were able to accomplish together with this. We used floor plot tiles from Chris Loves Julia. We made our own shiplap and painted it this beautiful moody green color called Timber Green. Built a Pottery Barn dupe vanity to get this from builder grade to custom made on a budget, and it just came together so beautifully. I get so happy every time I walk in here. It's absolutely stunning. So we do have a 4-part series on my channel just showing the process of how we were able to take this from builder grade to custom made on a budget, and it just turned out so good. We're so proud of it. I love it. I want to redo every bathroom now. But I will have those videos linked down below if you'd like to take a look at them. So the last space that we will be looking back on today, I actually have not shared, and it's not been on purpose. It's honestly just been overwhelming, and it is our outside. So we have a beautiful screened in porch. That is something that is still in progress, and I'm not going to be actually sharing it today because I still have to do a full another coat of stain. I have to do 2 coats of poly. We have to figure out what to do with the flooring. There used to be carpet. Never do outdoor carpet. Let me tell you, it was horrible. There were just a mess of moldy curtains and everything, and that was, funny enough, the first thing that we did when we got the keys. My husband and mother-in-law just went to town ripping the curtains down and ripping out the carpet. They just beasted it, and it's so much better not having it, I will say that. But we're just not quite there yet with that. So I'm hoping to share that in the future, hopefully soon. But outside, the landscaping was truly overwhelming. Our house sat vacant for about 6 or 7 months before we purchased it. So as you can imagine, everything kind of just went crazy. And so I don't have much of the before footage, but let's just say I spent about 3 hours weeding just this one section before taking this clip of what it looks like. We transplanted a couple of these twist of lime bushes as well as a couple hydrangeas and removed this truly overgrown holly tree. We picked up some dwarf butterfly bushes and azaleas, fully mulched the whole area. And then we picked up some shiny dancer viburnums that I'm super excited to see when they bloom, hopefully next year, what they look like. And took a trip to the local nursery with my mother-in-law. She is the go-to florist. She has an absolutely beautiful garden and landscape all around her house. So I need to pick her brain about everything. But she picked up this crepe myrtle for us, which was so sweet. We've got so much progress we still need to do in this space, but it is still a night and day difference from where we started. And because it's right off of our screen porch, we're able to sit outside and enjoy a beautiful view of some growing greenery rather than a hodgepodge of weeds and dirt that's just in shambles. It was so rough. We do have some more plans for the outdoor space. We have so many areas we need to do. We would like to redo the front landscaping as well. Everything is just very random when it came to this house. It's not like they stuck with about 6 or 7 different plants. There's almost like 15, and it's just honestly overwhelming to look at. So we are planning for the front landscaping to do some gardenias. We have that one huge one that I've shared before. It's absolutely massive. So clearly gardenias can thrive in our yard, which is good to know. So for the front, we're planning to do gardenias as well as a form of boxwood. So that way, even in the winter seasons, we still have something happening in the yard. So that is going to wrap up today's video, friends. I sure hope that you enjoyed being able to look back with me and just kind of see what we've accomplished so far in this first year of home ownership. I definitely was looking forward to making this video because I would love to do this each year and just kind of be able to put everything all together. It's definitely something to keep in mind when, especially you're owning your first home. There is that hunger for wanting to do so many projects and get everything done right now so that instant gratification can happen, but that's not realistic in the slightest bit. And that is something that I do pride myself in on this channel, is that as much as I love decorating and changing things up season to season, I like to keep things real with you guys, and it's not realistic to buy new things all the time, and it's not realistic to do DIY projects in 5 minutes. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Definitely give it a thumbs up if you did. As always, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me here today, and I will see you in my next video. We got some fall decorating coming, and you don't want to miss out on that. I'll see you guys. Bye.